Hey Astro Zombiers, it's Jim McCann. I'm here to talk to you today. I'm here at Astro Zombies in New Mexico, my first trip out here, trying to find Walter Waite and Jesse Pinkman, and instead I wandered into this awesome store. And wouldn't you know it, they have a lot of copies of Mind the Gap, Volume 1. Mind the Gap is my current ongoing series at Image. Volume 1 collects the first arc, issues 1 through 5, at a very reasonable price of $9.95. And Mind the Gap is a almost murder. It's an attempted murder mystery involving our main character, Elle, who's left for dead on a subway platform, but you quickly find out it's no ordinary mugging. She's actually at the center of a great conspiracy that involves her friends, her family, strangers, and people that have been in her life for even longer than she may have known. As soon as she's admitted into the hospital, things are set into motion. And this web of lies and conspiracy begins to unravel as people start to either cover their tracks or solve the riddle. Prior to Mind the Gap, I wrote for Marvel for a number of years, and I worked at Marvel for quite some time. After working on a lot of things with Hawkeye and Mockingbird, I had an idea that I really wanted to go out on my own and do something different. And I've been friends with artist Janet Leigh for, God, almost 20 years now, which I think I just got another gray hair back here somewhere, the thought of that. She sketches, I babble, you can now see I do a lot of, because I think probably at the bottom of this YouTube bar, it's like at 21 minutes. We just come up with story ideas, and some things that we come up with are crazy, and we just kind of set to the side and end up incorporating that into another story. We were really lucky to get Tim Gunn to write the foreword for Return of the Dapper Men. Janet is a big fan of his, and we were looking at it and we thought, well, you think of Dapper Men. Tim Gunn's pretty much the original Dapper Man. I brought him some of Janet's art, which if you've never seen it in person or in interviews or anything like that, Janet's art is done on wood, like literal pine. But I brought that to him and he fell in love with the art and everything, and the rest is history. He made it work. Writing for a soap opera is a lot like writing for a comic book. It's serialized fiction that's been around for a very long time. You have to stay true to the characters' histories and backstories, occasionally reveal things that happened to them in the past that the audience may not have known. Sometimes retcon things that may or may not have worked. Move the characters forward, do some controversial things, shake things up, introduce new people, a third Summers brother. No. Oh wait, that's a comic. But the main core is to keep these relationships going and the conflict moving forward, which is exactly what a comic book is. And I used to say that the difference between soaps and comics is that in comics, they just wear their underwear on the outside. But then you think about it, in soaps, sometimes they just wear their underwear. But it was an amazing learning experience to start off in the ABC Daytime Writing Development class because, it teaches you the basics of serialized fiction, which actually started as far back as Charles Dickens. So, I mean, it's a very, very long-held literary tradition, and it's exciting. I love it, and that's one of the things that I really wanted to inject in Mind the Gap, is the long-form story, which is why you don't get all the answers right away. But when you go back and read stuff, and then you reread it, you'll see, oh, wait, he kind of laid that clue right there, all the way back here. So studying that has helped me, I think, in being able to put red herrings in there and be able to pull from past issues and plot very long form. So, and know my ending. Know your endings.